Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of me using an extremely popular topic on the internet right now that I actually don't care about, and I'm only talking about it because it gives me excuse to bring up something that I actually wanted to talk about for the past couple of months. So, the internet. I think we all know that it could not really be the nicest place. Now, yes, there are some communities out there which are extremely wholesome and positive, but let's be honest, most of the internet is usually just extremely toxic, and people just not really being that nice to each other, and there are a lot of internet arguments all over the place, no matter where you go. Now, someone like me who likes internet arguments, that's completely fine, but there is one thing that I have been realizing. Something that I've been seeing happening more as time moves on, and that is people arguing with other people that straight up don't exist. People getting mad at like an imaginary enemy that they just completely made up, and it's something that is just so weird. Now, my theory is why this keeps on happening more and more as time goes on, I think is so much people are just so used to arguing on the internet that now they have reached a point where they're literally just arguing with shadows, just imaginary ghosts that don't exist. And currently right now, this is happening on TikTok. Because if you are someone who has been using TikTok for the past couple of weeks, you have probably seen a trend that have been going around, and it is just absolutely insane, and that is Gen X rising up so they can go and fight back against Gen Z. Now, I know for the people in my audience who aren't using TikTok, I probably just said a bunch of like word gibberish and you're scratching your heads in confusion, but don't worry, I was in your exact same position because I had no clue what people were talking about until I decided to go and look into this, and man, it is wild. On TikTok, videos like this are just absolutely everywhere.
Gen X rise.
Yeah, just a bunch of extremely old people in Gen X. I'm pretty sure the people in that generation are around like 50 or 60 years old, and they're finally decided to go on their phone and just post absolute cringe like this all over the place. This is like one format that they're using where they pick up the like Gen X filter. I think it's like their symbol, and they're like, we need to go and rise up and fight it back against these Gen Z snowflake. And this guy right here is kind of like one of the biggest leaders of this movement. He has completely rebranded his whole TikTok page to basically talk about this Gen X battle that is currently going on. But I want to go and show you my two most favorite posts of this trend that is currently happening. We have this one which has like a AI image of bears, which, man, the older population not knowing a AI image of a bear saying that us Gen X needs to rise up with a song that I'm pretty sure that has copyright, but I really wish I could play it because it makes this image way more better. Man, the fact that like boomers on the internet are like unironically posting AI photos all over the place is one, extremely funny, and two, also really sad at the same time. I think we all know now that Facebook has been completely taken over by AI images of Jesus, so I'm not really surprised that like older people who aren't using Facebook, they're posting it on other social media platforms like TikTok. Now, I know when a lot of people see this trend, they'll think that this is something extremely new, but it's actually not. This whole generational war against Gen X versus Gen Z and millennials has been something that has been happening for an extremely long time, because this video right here is one that was made last year in 2023, and it's basically the exact same thing of just older people going like, our generation is 10 times better than the modern generation for like insert a reason that makes absolutely no sense. Like last year, this was a really big trend of people saying that the new generation, Gen Z, sucks because they don't drink alcohol and like smoking and breaking laws. You know, they're extremely boring. We used to do the cool stuff back then. And it is thus wild. This whole situation and trend that's currently going on with Generation X is literally a prime example of this mass delusion that I have been seeing all over the internet, where a group of people are getting extremely angry at another group of people who either one, don't exist, or two, do not care at all. And the whole reason why this whole thing ended up reunited is because of Eminem. Yeah, not so long ago, Eminem ended up releasing a brand new album, and a lot of people, including some Eminem fans, thought that it was just absolutely garbage. I even heard some people saying that this is one of his worst albums that he ever released. Now, honestly, I can't really give my opinion on it, mainly because I don't really listen to Eminem, so I don't know, maybe it could be secretly good, but tons of people absolutely hate it. They don't like this song at all. And because of tons of like Eminem fans not liking this song, it kind of started this weird event, this mass delusion to start, where tons of people in Generation X are saying that Gen Z is trying to cancel Eminem. And this whole situation is a prime example of something that I like to call the cycle of delusion on the internet. And it follows all of the steps. Let me share it out to you. Step 1, something brand new release. So in this case, it'll be the brand new Eminem songs. Step 2, no one is mad at this thing at all. I'm telling you, no one is trying to cancel Eminem because of these songs, and the only backlash it's getting is just people saying that, oh, I think this song is pretty bad. So no one is angry at it. What really is happening is that there are more people talking about people being angry than people actually being angry. And because so much people are talking about like, man, Eminem is going to release this brand new song, people are going to be extremely mad, because those posts are literally everywhere, a group of people actually think people are angry when no one actually is. Step 3, it causes people to actually get angry, start arguing with people that doesn't exist, posting stuff like, yeah, we know we're doing the right thing because we're getting tons of people extremely mad. This to transition to step 4, which is basically what's happening right now, where tons of people are standing up and fighting back against something that doesn't exist. I know I explained that extremely badly, even though I made it up. This is a long-term video that I want to make talking about this. That's going to be way more editing. This is kind of just one thing I want to yap about. But yeah, that's just a prime example of this. Now, here's the thing. This isn't the first time where something like this ended up happening, with tons of people getting mad at something that doesn't exist, because this same thing ended up happening last year with the McDonald's anime ad. If you guys don't remember, around last year, McDonald's ended up releasing these anime ads all over the internet. Tons of people are talking about it, a lot of people thought it was extremely cool, and absolutely no one was mad at it. But with the release of these ads, it basically caused the cycle of delusion to happen, because I perfectly remember McDonald's ended up posting this on their Twitter, and no one was angry. Everyone thought these ads were super cute, and they thought it was amazing. But in every single tweet, when you see people talking about it, you'll have comments of people saying, yeah, this ad is super wholesome. People on Twitter are gonna find a way to be angry about this. Man, this ad is so cute. I can't wait to see people hate on it. Again, no one was hating on it, but because there were so much people talking about people being angry about this ad, there were tons of people who actually got angry at this ad, and they're like defending the glory of McDonald's because people were attacking McDonald's about this disgusting advertisement that they made, and then somehow that whole topic got like swept up in the culture war, and there were tons of people saying that, oh, people are angry at this ad because they're showing like a straight marriage, even though none of that was happening at all. It was full on this mass delusion. And then YouTubers were talking about it, other Twitter accounts were talking about it, and no one was mad at this commercial. People just made up an enemy that doesn't exist. It's insane. And this is a thing that just keeps on happening over and over again, and it's just wild. It is goofy. And I just don't understand it at all. Like, the internet is a toxic place. You guys can find real people being angry at stuff. You don't need to make up enemies that don't exist. Anyway, that's it. This is just a thing that I want to yap about. My name is Lua. Oh, wait, before I leave, I should talk about Devil May Cry, since I kind of stopped giving updates about the game. I finished the franchise. I beat Devil May Cry 5. And I think I'm just gonna make a video of me just talking about my whole experience playing all the games. So expect to see that later in the future. But anyway, that's it. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night.